What's going on, everyone? Alliance Work here. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I am going to be going over, or we're going to be looking at the pets that are coming to the War Within expansion. So this kind of feeds off of our Hunter series we do, and we're going to look at all the new models that will be tameable. Also, small plug, I will have the second episode of Radical Red going up right as this video is being uploaded, so make sure you tune into that one. But let's go ahead and jump on into it, and subscribe if you're brand new, because I do upload WoW videos all the time. So, starting off, we have some brand new beetles coming. These beetles, they really just kind of take, kind of like an Azul Nerub kind of vibe, especially like these ones with the horns and everything, and then everything after that's just kind of like slowly degrading. But you got it in green, indigo, lavender, tan. Not really anything too excessively unique here, and I don't know what the difference between these ones are. But these are the possibly unused. So these ones aren't tameable, but they could very well change in the future. And a lot of them just look exactly like the ones we just saw. Now we move on to the blood beasts. Now, this is very important to know, as it says here, if you are a hunter and you have not killed Zol, an old deer, on at least normal difficulty or higher, you are going to have to kill him in order to be able to tame blood beasts. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it. The tome of Dark Whispers is 100% drop rate on normal and higher difficulty. The only difficulty it does not drop on is LFR, but you need to learn that tome on a tune in order to tame blood beasts. You only have to learn it once, though. But these are the blood beasts being added. And I'm not gonna lie, the blood beast tribe is actually kind of eating, because you have a lot of like Nerubian bats going on, especially this one. Dude's got like a venom stinger coming out of his mouth. Looks really, really good. And it just kind of follows trend a little bit here and here. But sadly, you know, nothing looking too overly unique here. And then we have an unconfirmed or untameable look with this tan one. And then the possibly unused ones right here. And now we have our cats. These cats are obviously usable by all of the hunter specs. And then we only have 3. But then we have all of these unconfirmed or untameable looks. And then these, and yeah, there's just a lot of untameable and unused ones for the cats. But it seems that the harnessed ones are the ones that they're like kind of walling us from, which really sucks, because like I love this one. The black with the dark studded harness looks really good. And same with the iron studded harness. Like, I'd tame that. And then this one could very well make, or probably will make, an appearance in one of my YouTube videos for Litfang the Lost, because as you can see, he is a very, very unique pet. So we will have coverage on that as soon as we get more info on Litfang. And then we move on to the Feathermanes, which requires the tome of the hybrid beasts. And I believe this one is acquired from the Hunter class hall in Legion. And it's really just 3 different looks, but they all look really, really cool. I'm not even gonna lie. And then moving on, we have the gruff horns. These rams are essentially the foundation for what Earthen are going to be using as their starting pet if you roll a hunter. Now, I don't know if it's going to be hornless or small horns or the spiraling horns. But obviously you got to go spiraling horns every single time. Because, I mean, except for curlier horns, holy cow. Like, bro, these guys are overcompensating for some of these models. But I really love how these ones look. Except for the hornless ones. I do not like the hornless ones. Yeah, you just got so many different variations. And like I said, any of them that stand out as like super unique, we will have coverage for. It's just a matter of when this goes live, seeing which one of these are actually unique. And then we have... Also, I apologize if you hear my dog barking in the background. Our Chihuahua is absolutely a pain. Moving on, we have the hoppers and toads. So right now we have a new model right off the rip with these, whatever they are. They're supposed to be frogs, but I don't know what we call them. And then that's really it for them. They seem to be very, very common, so you'll be able to find one pretty easily, especially the delves. And then we have some candle flies, which look really, really cool. These ones are currently unconfirmed or not tameable, so firefly and the brilliant candlefly not usable. But now we bring something brand new to the table in the form of rodents. These rodents bear a striking similarity to the Sniffum people in Zarlet Cavern. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Especially this one. This one's just got too much going on the nose. But it is the only one that has a star nose. Or, well, never mind. I just wasn't paying attention. But they're kind of ugly in my opinion. But we do have another potential unique model we might be covering with the invasive thickhead. Maybe. We'll see what happens. And then we move on to our electric eels. And right now the only one that is confirmed is the red one. But we do have some other potentials to be added to the game. With this one, I do know there is a model for this one out in Townlong that drops a pet. It's called like Gnathis or something like that. But I will keep you updated on whether or not any of these will become a thing. And then we have some new spiders being added. These things look absolutely terrifying. Like, imagine this thing crawling on you at 2 a.m. in the morning. And then we do have Zishore, who we will be 100% doing coverage for, as it is the only shadowed type of spider. And the best looking, in my opinion. And then we have 3 unconfirms, which honestly, these all could be their own video each as well, because of the fact that they are unique. But, you know, we'll see. And we have some threadlings. Like I said, the old god-esque looking pets are feeding this expansion. They are feeding. You just have all of these creepy, grotesque creatures. Just, I'm excited because there's just so many incredible pets. And then here's the 2 that are not being used yet. So is what it is. And then we have some unicorns. I don't care if it says stag, these are unicorns. These are like the manly unicorns. And I will say the black one is definitely my favorite. And in the wasp family, we have flaming bees. Screw the days of regular bees. We have flaming bees. With this one just being absolutely ablaze. And then this one being its own unique model from Tefretena. Don't ask me to pronounce that. But we will be doing coverage on him as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can find out how to acquire this bee for yourself when it goes live. And then these ones, unfortunately, are the unconfirmed or unused ones. But I am very excited for these bee pets. I love seeing a bee, especially a burning bee. Then we have some more Old God vibes with the worms. These things are kind of disgusting. I'm just going to say it. They are gross. And then the bats are here. These ones are unusable or untameable right now, but could very well change in the future. And they give off some, especially the red ones, give off some serious Hyreek vibes. And then we have the moss wolves, which is just like a moss-covered version of the stone rams from earlier. These ones have only been found on untameable creatures, so this could very well change in the future. And then this one kind of hurts my soul here. But first, let's take a peek at some of the, the reason I show all the possibly unused is because these could very well change in the future, and these can become tameable on a later date. But this next one hurts my soul. So, these 6 models right here are currently untameable. But they do resemble the version of the hunter artifact pet Haiti. But Haiti is, in my opinion, a very unique pet. And I feel should stay that way because of his unique role he played in Legion. As you see, all of these, at least right now in the beta, are not tameable. This one doesn't even have a model. But it looks like they're trying to put this model in for regular wolves as well. Also, for those curious, I already do have a hunter video of Fantastic Beasts covering Haiti. It will be going up here in the next few days or so. Just a little foreshadowing for you guys if you made it this far into the video. And now, we're going to look at some existing models that are going to become tameable in the War Within. So these pets are already in the game. They're just not tameable at this point in time, but when the expansion goes live, they will be. And starting off first, we have the rock snail, which doesn't make much sense because this model doesn't exist right now unless I've missed it. Then we have a bunch of hermit crabs becoming tameable, which, cool on ya. Plenty of color diversity in the crabs. And like I said, anything that stands out as unique, you bet your bottom dollar we will be doing coverage on it. This promise I do make to you. Then we have some spiky crabs. Fathom Claw is one that will only be acquirable through scenarios. So you're just gonna have to get lucky for him. And then this is where we get to the good stuff. So if you saw the thumbnail, you already know that something's up. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, I gotta stress this enough. You need the simple tome of bone binding, which comes from any elite mobs throughout dungeons in Maldraxxus or any mobs in Maldraxxus. You only have to learn this tome once, and you can tame undeads on all of your characters. Undead races can do this right from the jump. But ladies and gentlemen, the king of the lowest himself, Razan, will become tameable. And for those that do not know how to get Razan, I will be doing a video covering the king of the Loas. You can already get Solraka, which is the daughter of Kimball, which is another Loa. And now you can get the king of the Loas himself. This was Rastakhan's Loa. And he is going to be tameable when the War Within goes live. But wait, there's more. Let's just... So again, with this simple Tome of Bone Binding, if Alliance players, you are wanting to tame Grong, you will need the Tome of Bone Binding because your Grong is going to be in the Undead Gorilla category. Horde players, I am sorry, you cannot tame the undead looking Grong because it is only in the Alliance version of Battle for Dazar'alor. But on that same note, Horde, you guys are the only ones who can tame a living version of Grong. So my solution with how to fix this little scenario is just make an NPC spawn somewhere that is the reflecting part of Grong after you kill the raid boss, you know? But yeah, Horde can only tame the living version of Grong. Alliance can only tame the undead version of Grong. So essentially, I'm sorry to my Horde players, but Alliance kind of wins in that sense. Sorry. And then we have some Loa Toads. But basically all of these Toad models are only findable in Island Expeditions. So, yeah, Zandalari Hunters, you guys are eating right now with the Loa love. You got Razan, you got Krogwa, you got the daughter of Kimball, we got the Fetid Devourer, which is basically an amalgamation of failed attempts to recreate Loas. The Fetid Devourer from Old Deer will become tameable as well. And then, you know, we have the Underlight Queen, which is a rare that spawns in the Zarlet Caverns. This is a sparkly blue dust moth, so I expect a lot of glittery animations for this pet. Will also become tameable as well. I don't quite know where she spawns because I only ever go to Zarlek for like 3 rares and that's it. And then you have some regular moths. And then the Raptors. So for those of you who are flexing your King's Rest Raptors, you can now tame Tazala to match your mount. But keep in mind, this is a very important thing. Tazala only spawns at a fixed percentage of the fight. So if you are a certain level, you will not be able to push King Dazar to that phase to tame Tazala. So just keep that in mind, because if you one-shot the boss, he's not going to spawn the raptor, and then you can't tame it. So I'd say this would be a pet you tame frame 1, but I'll go more into that whenever my video goes up for Tazala. And then Karakta. This is probably going to be the hardest pet for you to tame out of all of the new pets coming, just because Karakta is linked to a mount that is still very much new and that a lot of players do not have. But Karakta is basically a shale wing with blue magma, which looks absolutely insane. And again, matching mount vibes if you have the mount. And then we just have a whole slew of wolves that are now tameable, but all of these wolves spawn only in Island Expeditions. And then, you know, we have some slugs. And these are not currently tameable, but they could very well change in the future. They don't even have any names linking them to anything in the game right now. But like I said, fingers crossed we could see these two in the future. But with that being said, that is everything that is coming to the War Within expansion for Hunter Pets. If you guys did enjoy this video, do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. And like I said, for all these pets that are unique and new, I will be covering them as soon as I can. So with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.